Adding a recurring project is done very much the same way as adding a standard project. To get started, we'll come down to Project, and again we're going to click the project icon, and we're going to name our project. And again, we can add a description. And we'll assign companies the same way we did before. In this case, I'll grant default access to all the people in the demo company and all the people to the Acme Tools company. And now here's where the difference lies in creating a recurring project versus a standard project. Instead of leaving this set at none, what we're going to do is choose either days, weeks, or months in order to set our recurring project. So let's go ahead and choose the days option, and I'll show you how you can get this set up. The first thing I want you to pay attention to is the start date. Now this is the day of the month. This isn't a days delay type of scenario. This is the actual date of the month. So if you wanted your start date to be on the 1st of the month, you would choose the number 1. If you want it to be on the 5th of the month, your recurring project would then start on the 5th of the month. It does not matter when you set up the recurring project. It only matters when you want it to start. And this is how you tell the system exactly what date to start your recurring project on at the beginning and after each time period. The second thing you need to do is decide if there is going to be an end date. Some projects will not have an end date, so you'll just keep it checked at none. But if you want to set an end date, you just get rid of this check mark. You'll see how the calendar appears. And now when you click on the calendar, you can select an end date. Now this is an important point. If you set your recurring count to unlimited and you have an end date, the end date will override your recurring count. So it does not matter what your recurring count is. If the recurring count extends beyond the end date, the project will end on this specific date. And now moving on to the recurring count, you can choose to leave it at unlimited, or you can set it between 1 and 52 recurring counts. And finally, what you need to do is decide what you want for a recurring cycle. Right now it's set to recur every 1 day, but you can set it to be anything between 1 and 365 days. And the last thing you need to do is determine whether you're going to have recurring billing tied to this project, or if this is just going to be a recurring project without recurring billing. If you're not tying this to recurring billing, you'll just leave this checkbox blank. If you want this project to be tied to recurring billing, all you have to do is click on the checkbox and then select an order ID in which to tie this project to a specific order. You can also create a project by having a person buy a specific product and then have the project be auto-created. You can do it either from the project side into the purchasing side, or from the purchasing side into the creation of a recurring project. And now the last thing you need to do, just as in a standard project, you need to decide if you're going to have admin approval when a task is added or when a task is completed. So I've saved the project, and now you see that I have one project in my standard project list and one project in my recurring project list. In the initial creation of this project, I showed you how to set the recurring time period on a daily basis. But if you want, you can set it on a weekly basis, and I'll show you how to do that now. Everything is the same as you would have set up on a daily recurring, but you'll notice that the difference here is that we'll be recurring on a specific number of weeks versus days. And you can also choose the specific day of the week that you want the project to recur on. So if you wanted to start the project over every Monday, you would be able to do that by simply clicking on the Monday day. And last but not least, you can have your recurring project recur on a monthly basis. Again, you can start and end the same as before, and you can have recurring counts the same as before. The big difference is how you want this to recur, and you can have this set to recur on a specific day and then on any number of months between 1 and 12. The other option is that you can have it recur on a specific day of the week. So what I'm going to do is choose to recur on the third Sunday of every 2 months. So you can see that there are multiple ways that you can set up a recurring project by daily recurring, weekly recurring, monthly recurring, and then within each of those options you have multiple sub options, so you can really set up your recurring project to work specifically for the business needs of your business.